Hey guys, it's Nick with Urban Farm Boys. How's everybody doing? Guess what? It's my birthday. I am 40 years old. 40. I don't know how that happened. You know, when you sit and think like, wow, 40 sounds old, and then you're like, I'm sitting on my front porch crocheting a blanket. Yeah, I'm 40. So that's a little bit of a lie. Today is September 17th when I'm filming this because we're going out of town for my birthday, but I wanted to film this now so I could post it on my birthday so we could celebrate together. So I'm going to be 40 in 4 days, but technically when you're seeing this, it's my birthday. So yeah, that happened. How many of you guys who are watching this have had a 40th birthday? It kind of sounds grown up, right? Like I feel like when you're 40, you should have your things together, your stuff together, right? Like that's a grown up age. And I guess I do for the most part. But I figured I would reflect a little, and I try to set some goals on my birthday every year. So yeah, I thought I would just talk about that a little bit. I'm working on this corner to corner blanket for Andrew. So I thought I would do that for a little bit and chat with you guys about being 40. I remember when my mom turned 40 and everyone got the black balloons and the over the hill signs and all that. And I was a kid at the time and it sounded like, wow, 40 must be really old. Look how they celebrate. But I definitely think times have changed quite a bit since then. Like even when you watch older movies, I don't know, they just portrayed people, you know, in different age groups differently than they do now. And maybe I'm biased since I am now in the 40 age group, but it really doesn't seem old. I have this theory I told Andrew. I feel like your 20s are sort of for figuring things out, figuring out who you are, experimenting, trying things, making mistakes, going on adventures, hopefully traveling, hopefully dating, you know, figuring out what you want to be, what you want to do, maybe working towards that a little bit. I don't think anybody needs to take their 20s too seriously. I feel like your 30s are sort of like for establishing yourself. Like maybe you've kind of figured out what you want to do, working on goals. You know, maybe people want to get married or have a family or buy a house or get the right job, things like that. It's a lot of things to do. I feel like a lot of people do that in their 30s these days. And that was definitely my case for the most part. And I'm feeling like being in your 40s, at least for me, is going to be sort of about just being established. I'm with Andrew. I have my partner. We have our home. I have the job that I want. I'm actually, as you probably know, about to become a nurse practitioner. So my role is actually drastically going to change, but that's what I want too, and that's going to be done very soon. And then I really don't want to go to school anymore. So all of those things are kind of finished. Now our big milestone will be starting a family, hopefully very soon. So, you know, there's a whole new adventure for us. But apart from that, which everyone who has kids, that's not a one-time thing, it's a lifelong thing, you know. I look forward to this decade as just being able to sort of be established, like not, you know, dysfunctionally bouncing around trying to figure out what I want to do with myself, and not, you know, working hard to get settled and achieve goals and those kinds of things. And I'm hoping I can just sort of be and enjoy a little bit, you know, start a family. I will have the job I've been working on for so long, and just kind of enjoy that. You know, we have all kinds of dreams about what we can do once we are both nurse practitioners, and hopefully that involves being free to travel a lot more. Hopefully being able to work remotely so that we can take our little family anywhere we want to go. I think this New York will always be sort of home base, but I'd love to be able to work remotely and just go rent a place for as long as we want and just be anywhere, do our work remotely, and then explore new places, enjoy seeing new things, hopefully expose our future children to all sorts of new ideas and cultures. And I don't need a whole lot more. I don't think. My next goal will be retire early, but I think we're unfortunately a ways away from that. So I'm really looking forward to it. I don't feel like 40 is this like over the hill, time to coast downward toward your grave kind of thing. Like, I'm finally pretty established. I think a lot of people say this, but I have very few worries about like what's going to happen, what will people think of me. I feel like I'm good. We're in a good place. I have my health. I've been very fortunate with my health. Hello. Apparently this one chased a bear yesterday morning. A black bear. We do have black bears around here, but I don't know what a black bear would do when faced with this one. Apparently what they do is run, but he went on a little adventure yesterday morning. Anyway, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited. I'm not feeling, I don't know, dread. I've never had any dread at those milestones. Like turning 30 was exciting. I sort of did establish myself. I became a nurse at 30. I had my house, my first house, and 30 felt like, wow, I'm really like a grown up doing my thing. And now it just feels like at that sort of at the next level. So it does sound like a very grown-up age, but I'm not afraid of it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not like panicking. I'm not having a midlife crisis. Each year you get is a gift. Working in healthcare, working in the ICU, working in palliative and end-of-life care, every year is a gift, right? And so I am moving into 40 and I'm excited about it. Who knows what this decade will bring? I have some ideas. I kind of just explain them to you. But, you make plans and then life takes you in all sorts of other directions. That's been my experience my whole life. So I'm excited to see what this decade brings. And, I was actually going to sit here and talk about goals. I often do that right around my birthday, like goals for the year. Sorry about the lighting. When I look at my blanket, the camera doesn't pick up on my face. But I don't know that I need to establish specific goals for this year. They're kind of in front of me. I have my school. I'm going to graduate in May. Then I'll have to, become certified as a nurse practitioner. So that's going to keep me fairly busy for the year. And hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have a nurse practitioner job, hopefully one that I really want and like. And I think this year will be hopefully about family planning. Hopefully I can get Andrew to come on with me and we'll talk more about that, but that is high on our priority list for the year. I'm still going to be doing my crochet. I'm still going to be doing my plants. It's the middle of September. The plants are still outside. I think I can keep them out here through the end of September. So I will do a video where I show you guys how I get my plants ready to move inside for the year. That's always a little bit of a sad time when they all have to come inside. I think I'm going to get a big indoor greenhouse, like a grow tent, and put it in our basement. I told Andrew I want one for my birthday. So that will be a fun winter activity while I go through school and make crochet blankets and try to enjoy the winter. And by the time the spring comes back around, it'll be time to graduate. I'm hoping my family's going to come over from Scandinavia for my graduation, and I'm hoping we can take maybe my family and Andrew's family on a really fun trip right after my graduation. By that time, we will have been together for basically 7 years, and our families have never met. So that will be very fun. I've got the New York Marathon to run in November, which I'm super excited about. So I want to continue with running and trying to keep up with fitness. And you know what? I think that's enough. Andrew's going to be starting back in school again too, hopefully balancing school and work. And we are pretty good at understanding when we're busy and that sometimes we have to study and do other things, but I think everything's in a really good place this year. So this year my birthday is on the last day of summer, so first day of fall will be tomorrow. I love fall. It's probably my favorite season. We are going to be, when you see this, we will be in Maine. We're going up to Maine for a few days for a little birthday getaway. I would have liked to have gone somewhere a little more adventurous than Maine. But because of school, I just don't have the time that I can take off. So we'll take a bigger trip later when I'm done with school, maybe over the winter break. But I love Maine, and so we're gonna go and see what we can get up to in Maine, and that'll be really fun. So I look forward. This is 40. I look forward to it. I embrace it. I am happy to have been able to meet it, right? I'm going to make a shameless plug here because it's my birthday. I've talked in many previous videos about how I'm running the New York City Marathon in November. I'm running in partnership with a charity, the World Wildlife Fund. You can work with a charity, and if you raise enough money for the charity, they get you entry into the marathon. So I have to raise $3,000 for the World Wildlife Fund in order to run the marathon. Many of you guys have donated, and thank you so much. I've raised $700, so I have $2,300 left to raise in about 6 weeks. So if you enjoy the content, if you have a dollar or two extra, there's no pressure on anybody, but I will put the link in the description below where you can click to donate. Your money goes directly to the World Wildlife Fund. It doesn't go through me. But if we can raise $3,000 for a great organization that helps to protect and save our planet, our animals, our water, our air, our people, this planet we all share, it's a really great organization globally. I wanted to do something that was sort of global, not something too local. A lot of people don't want to donate their money to something that's going to help another community. The World Wildlife Fund helps all of us. So there's a link in the description. If you feel like sending me a little 40th birthday present, click the link below. I appreciate you. It's tax deductible. And it goes to a great cause. And then I get to achieve my dream of running the New York City Marathon in November. So I think with that little shameless plug there, I'm going to leave you. So at this time, Andrew and I are probably trying to figure out where to have a very delicious 40th birthday dinner in Maine. I know Andrew is excited about lobster rolls. He said he wants to eat lobster rolls for every meal, and he probably will. And clams for breakfast, which sounds disgusting to me, but he will do it. I've seen him do it. He did it in Portugal. I almost gagged. But anyway, I will leave you guys as we enjoy Maine. And thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. There's a Facebook page, Facebook group you could join if you want. That's completely free. I'll put that link below. You can follow us on Instagram. You can become a member of the channel. There's a bunch of extra perks. There's a little join button below the video. If you click on that, it'll show you the different tiers and the different perks. Or just comment below and say hi, or happy birthday, or whatever you want to say. Or tell me I'm old and over the hill. That's fine too. Thanks for hanging out, guys, with me on my birthday. And cheers to 40. Take care, guys.